You can do your own movie level makeover and go from this to this. Hello, my name is Alex. I'm an international personal stylist, and I am pretty sure that the thing that inspired me to be a personal stylist is the makeover scene in movies. Whether it be The Devil Wears Prada, Mean Girls, My Fair Lady, Clueless, Miss Congeniality, I love a good makeover scene, and I'm not the only one. Women all around the world are inspired by these makeover scenes because they relate to the feeling of just wondering, am I holding my own attractiveness back? Are there things that I could be doing that could turn me from an average woman into the most attractive woman in the room? I'm going to take you through the 11 parts of your appearance that you need to address or at least draw your attention to in order to maximize your own attractiveness and do your own movie-worthy makeover. My favorite color is purple, but whenever I wear purple, I do not receive any compliments. In fact, my husband tells me that that is not your color. And this is the thing about color analysis. It's very real. And it's important to know that there are some colors that we really do love that don't suit us. And frankly, most people's wardrobes are full of colors that don't suit them. This is why color analysis is so important. Knowing your season and knowing the colors that complement your skin will give you that instant boost. If you look into the makeover scenes in movies, you will often notice that the first thing that someone is wearing when they are so-called unattractive is very drab and making them look really sick or ill or bringing out the bags under their eyes. For most people, this is wearing black or dark grey because wearing black is something that typically only winters can wear. Find out your color analysis, and this is something that I personally do as an international personal stylist, so feel free to look at my website. Now, the most common thing that happens in a movie is they do remove someone's glasses and give them contacts instead. Why is removing someone's glasses going to make them more attractive? Look, if you have really great glasses that suit your face, they will maintain your attractiveness. But the reality is we typically associate glasses with someone who is very smart and competent, not necessarily the most attractive person, aka Superman with glasses on, Clark Kent in other words, was completely unrecognizable and very good looking as Superman. So think about changing those glasses to contacts. 3. Do your hair. Do you remember that scene in Princess Diaries where the teacher says she needed to remove the hat? And she was like, oh no, I don't want to remove my hat. And then she finally has to, and the hat comes off and this gorgeous swishy hair comes out. It's because she went from having crazy, out of control, brushed, frizzy, curly hair to having incredibly smooth, glossy hair. Now, we saw this transformation twice in the Princess Diaries and also in The Devil Wears Prada, where Andy went from having very undone hair to incredibly sleek hair. Having a great haircut and styling your hair or learning how to maximize your own hair's potential is the best way to improve your attractiveness. Look at every single movie, the hair always improves. Now, if you think that my own hair looks pretty good and you would like a tutorial, I've got one. So feel free to look in my videos, and I've done a full tutorial of everything from start to finish if you would like to grow and style long hair like mine. 4. Clear skin. Now, I know this is easier said than done, and personally, I have suffered with acne all of my teenage and adult life, and I have been on rounds of medication and it hasn't worked. I still get a monthly breakout. So if you're in the same position as me and you are dealing with monthly or ongoing acne, the first thing you want to do is speak to a medical professional and see how they can help. They are probably going to recommend things to you like living on a whole foods diet, eliminating inflammatory foods, drinking lots of water, and using a very simple and important skincare routine that does make sure that your skin is nice, clean, and balanced, and that you're washing off your sweat after working out, etc. But if you have all of that working for you and you still are getting breakouts like I am, make sure that you have a concealer that is color correcting and also medicinal in your makeup kit. When you get a breakout, putting on a bit of concealer and being able to color correct the area is a game changer to making you feel more attractive and making your skin as clear as possible. 5, 6, and 7. Eyebrows, mascara, and lipstick. Framing each part of the face is going to make you look more attractive because it brings out your most important features. Your eyebrows and having defined, perfectly shaped eyebrows for your eyes and your spacing is going to be one of the things that will help you look the most attractive. Getting rid of any monobrows or eyebrow hairs that are coming down into your eyes is very important. Also making sure that you don't have any long ones that are saying hello to your next door neighbor before you do. Keep those eyebrows in check and trust me, it will make you look far more attractive. Now, mascara. Some people have eyelashes that already look like mascara. I am not one of those. When it comes to mascara, if I'm not wearing mascara because I'm someone who is incredibly low contrast naturally, I genuinely feel like a potato with 2 dots on it. I feel like that's my face. And that's not to say anything bad about how I look, but it just means that if you are also low contrast, having mascara is just going to really bring out your features, particularly highlighting the color of your eyes. And lastly, lips. I try to get all of my clients to wear lipstick because lipstick is the one thing in your makeup kit that works the hardest. You can have a bare face and lipstick and it will automatically look like you put in an effort, and therefore if you look like you put in an effort, there are studies that show that it makes you look more attractive. Also, it's a great way to balance your facial features, particularly if you're wearing mascara. You having a little bit of lip is just going to make you look happy and healthy and balanced. Number 8, hygiene. Now, I know this isn't easy for everyone, and actually for a lot of people, they aren't even aware of their own body odor. And trust me, I know I'm a stress sweater, and when I stress sweat, the cortisone in that sweat is not good, and it's actually something that I have to properly soak out of my clothing. Now, my husband has actually had to tell me sometimes, you need to wash that jumper. And if you don't have anyone telling you in your life that something smells, you need better friends. Having good hygiene and being really aware that a deodorant is not working for you is incredibly important in your attractiveness. You can be wearing the nicest outfit, and if you have a deodorant that isn't working for you, if you have something going on with your health and it means that your sweat is really pungent, if you are potentially not even cleaning yourself properly or not using a good soap, all of that unfortunately is going to ruin the whole thing. Now, I do understand that there are some medical conditions out there where people have naturally more, I guess you could say, pungent natural aromas, and that's a completely different thing. For the majority of people, what you can try is a really hearty, good deodorant. Unfortunately, some of those natural deodorants just don't work. I've tried them. Now, something you might want to look into if you have tried every single deodorant out there or every single body wash out there and you still find that you're having problems with your sweat is chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is a supplement which is taken out of plants that makes plants green. And the cool thing about chlorophyll is when you take it as a human, for some reason, it neutralizes the odor of your sweat. So look into taking chlorophyll. I have personally taken it as a liquid supplement, and my goodness gracious, that thing works an absolute treat. Look into that and thank me later. 9 and 10, nails and toenails. The thing that is going to make you look unattractive is having chipped, bitten nails. It looks unhygienic and therefore it looks unattractive. Having a really nice manicure is key to maximizing your attractiveness. Also, please do not forget about your toes. Taking pride in your feet is incredibly important. Getting a pedicure every 2 months at least is going to keep your toes in good nick and make you look so much more attractive. Trust me, if I'm looking at someone and they're looking great, and then all of a sudden they've got feet that look like they've been completely abandoned, it does ruin the whole picture. Paws and claws, take them seriously. Last but not least, teeth. Now, I also know that this is easier said than done, but I'm going to leave you with this, which is a message from my late grandma, who said, teeth are the appearance of your face. Your teeth are the biggest factor in making you look more attractive, because smiling is an amazing way to open yourself up to the world. Get yourself a good dentist, and if you haven't already, look at straightening your smile and making your bite better. There are so many health implications to not having teeth that are healthy. So brush, floss, have a good dentist, make sure your bite's working for you, and once you've got all of that down, look at getting them whitened, or a whitening routine at home that just maintains their whiteness. Now, I've had my teeth professionally whitened, I've gone under UV lamps, I've had at-home kits, and now I just brush with a really high strength peroxide Colgate toothpaste at home, and it does keep my naturally cream colored teeth that little bit whiter. I'm also a coffee drinker, and if you do drink coffee, you really do need to look at a whitening solution for your teeth. Now, all of the tips that I've gone over are really those movie makeover quick tips that can make you look more attractive. You can do them in a couple of minutes to a couple of hours, and you will look so much more attractive. However, ultimately, the things that are going to make you look more attractive and maximize the absolute potential out of your attractiveness take weeks, months, and years. They are longer term and they do take more work. If you do want me to make a video about the long-term things and long-term habits that you need to have that will make you more attractive, let me know and I will make that video for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're really interested in anything that I've talked about and you feel like it's something that you're not going to be able to do yourself, feel free to have a look at my website, because I do these makeovers with people all the time. It's known as my Reinvent Me package, and I would love to talk to you about your goals. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!